everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Sandra, and today I like to share with us a recipe for a zero carb fufu or banku option. Yes, zero carb banku option. So before I share the recipe, I just want to explain. So a lot of times people will say, "Oh, I want to go low carb, but I like banku so much, or I like fufu so much, so I cannot stop. I don't want to stop eating it." So they would tell me that, and so I was thinking about all this and like, how can we eat something that is less carbs? I have also tried these banku and fufu using the cabbage or broccoli and cauliflower. I believe Nanaba has it on her channel. And if you like that, it's a great option. I have tried that and it was okay, but those vegetables makes me kind of bloated. So I was trying to think of other options that don't cause any bloatness. So that is how I came up with this recipe. And also I wanted to find a way for my little one to eat some more proteins, because a lot of times it's hard to get my little ones to eat more proteins. Another thing too that I want to share, why you may want to think about eating less of our traditional fufu and banku, is because it is high in carbohydrate. And then when it comes to the banku, it is made with corn. And the corn that we have today is genetically modified. Every time you go to the store, the cornmeals that we buy, I don't see ones that says non-GMO. So all the corns are pretty much GMO corn. You ferment it with fermentation is good, but then we cook it for a longer time, and so it kills off all the bacteria that was produced during fermentation. So at the end of the day, it becomes like an empty calorie, and it is very starchy and it's high in carbohydrate. If you are consuming it like once a while, that's fine, but some people, this is their daily foods and they want to get healthy, they want to eat things with low carb. Another reason why you might also want to consume less of those food is because it spikes up your blood sugar, which raises your insulin, and you're eating it time after time after time, and your insulin is being raised so many times. And we have to remember that insulin is the #1 cause of metabolic diseases. It's the #1 cause of diabetes, hypertension, stroke, dementia. All these diseases, the #1 cause is insulin resistance. So these are some of the reasons that you might want to think about, or you might want to consume less of those foods. So I came up with this recipe. It's pretty easy to make. You just need a few things, and then that is it. So I have here chicken, just boneless chicken breast or chicken tenders. And then I cook it in the skillet until it's done cooking through. Then after that, I cut it up and then blend it. I blend it until it's pretty smooth. If you have a high-speed blender, you can blend it easily until it's very, very smooth. And then afterwards, I strain some of the water out. You don't have to strain all of it out. I just strain some of it out, and then I put it in the pot. And the only thing I add to it is salt and psyllium husk. So what the psyllium husk does is that it helps to bind it together. That's all it does, and you don't need a lot of it. And the psyllium husk is also fiber, so you don't really need a lot of it for it to bind. And then you just make it like you're making regular banku or fufu. It's hard to tell how long you make it for, because it depends on the amount that you're making. So I'll just show you the consistency of how it's supposed to be. You pretty much just blend it together until you get the consistency that you like. And if you strained it too much and it's a little bit dry, you can just add water. Just add a little bit at a time. and then it just comes together and form into a ball. And that is how you get this meat fufu or meat banku. And you can use it to eat your okra stew or your soup, whichever one you like. You can use it to eat it, and it tastes pretty good because the chicken don't have much flavor, so it takes on the flavor of the soup or the flavor of your stew. So that is a great option. I also made this with beef, with ground beef, and I'll show you the video of how it is done. It's pretty much the same steps. And then the only difference is that the ground beef have a little bit more of a beef flavor. It's not a bad taste if you like the beef flavor. You can also just use, your soup or your okra stew. You can use it to eat with it. So I hope you try this recipe. It's pretty easy. It doesn't take that long to make, and then you can keep it in the fridge. So I've kept it up to a week before, or sometimes I just freeze it. If you make a lot, you can just freeze it and then thaw it. I usually make this for my kids and they like it. I hope you try it, and that I hope it also helps you to try a low carb way of eating, and I also hope it help you in your journey of being healthy. Thank you so much for watching. Please, let's share this video, like and then comment. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, bye.